Hey y'all, hey, it's Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Happy Friday, y'all. I know I look like I just woke up. I'm tired. I'm having a delayed morning here, but I'm here nevertheless. All right. It's early in the morning. Do not judge what we look like at 9 a.m. in the morning, 8 a.m. for those in Texas, and whatever else time for those in other places. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Ansel. Let me start y'all out by reminding you that it's going to be a good day. It is Freestyle Friday, y'all. Talk about what's on your mind.
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you.
Hey!
Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up,
today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up,
today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up,
today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations.
I got shit to do.
The aftermath of preparation.
Good food, good
mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it.
Set a goal
you control and the steps you take them.
I try to pick one
thought, have some concentration.
And if I make a mistake, it's called
education.
I try to do this every day.
Call it replication.
Huh?
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
And it is.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up,
Today's gonna be a
good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though.
Ups and downs,
Just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high,
other times I'm barely breathing, y'all.
You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts will poison your eye. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop.
Come on! All the bad for the good in my head.
When I'm lost.
Hey, what? So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes are overtaken.
I got patience.
One day at a time.
It's how you operate a cadence.
Afloat, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes
temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation.
I live my life in my head
like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey!
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
What?
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up,
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
And it is, y'all. It's Friday.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Hey, good morning, Ansel. You came in the room with a question on a Freestyle Friday already? Freestyle Friday explaining how your childhood different sex stay non-sexual. I don't understand the question. What do you mean stay non-sexual? Explaining how your childhood different sex stay non-sexual. I need more. I'm not exactly sure where you're going with that, but I need to know. Okay, I feel there's a question there. I'm just not sure what it is. All right, help break that out for me. Okay, so we are in the month of acceptance. And let me tell you something. We went through the month of acknowledgement. We're in the month of acceptance. And one of the things that I always say, if you follow me on TikTok and you listen to my show and you see me posting, you will often hear me say, my trials and tribulations are my blessings and my lessons, right? You know, for many years, I went through trials and tribulations. And the one thing that I always used to ask myself is, why me? Why did you choose me? Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but I went through a lot of shit, you know, growing up. I went through a lot of shit as a single parent. And, you know, I feel like out of my cousins and stuff, I feel like I had a very traumatic experience growing up. And I used to be like, why me? I wasn't on crack like some of my family members. I wasn't selling my ass like a prostitute like some of my family members. And this, I'm not saying this to shame them because they definitely got their life back together. Kudos to them, right? We all go through things, just different things. Kudos to them. But their kids turned out so good. And I always used to ask myself why. But, you know, going through these positive reads, acknowledgement, acceptance, sometimes um we have to accept um wait 1 second. um we have to accept that our trials and tribulations are ours. All right. And we have to try to navigate through them in steps. Just like that song says, it's going to be a good day. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Stay away from things that are negative, right? You know, one day you are high and the other day you are barely breathing. This is the reason why I love that song, because it really describes a lot what goes on in people's everyday lives, right? And we talked about the lows and the highs the other day, right? And I just wanted to reiterate that this month's message of acceptance is looking at ourselves, knowing who we are, accepting some of the ways about us, accepting our situations in life, right? And learning how to navigate through them peacefully to the best of our ability, right? Learning when to hold on to stuff, learning when to let go of stuff. Now, these words are so easy to say, but living them out in your everyday life is not easy. And so reading these positive thoughts on a regular basis is just a reminder that we are human, right? And there are trials and tribulations that's going to be presented to us that at times we have no control over the dynamics of it or the outcome of the trial and tribulation. The only thing we are responsible for, we might have control over, is how we handle the situation that we are in at the time. And so I just want to say, for all those that might be in their season of trial and tribulation, okay, it's a blessing and a lesson. And that doesn't mean it's going to feel good. It doesn't. But we have to accept our situations and then figure out how to navigate through them in healthy, peaceful ways. And so that's just a little tidbit that I wanted to throw out there. So Ansel says sexual energy, holding back feelings to keep the friendship the same level. You see, they could do better. All right. I'm still trying to, let me see. Childhood different sex, stay non-sexual. Oh, childhood friends? Are you saying, and I'm trying to understand the question. Are you saying childhood friends that have grown up together that are of the opposite sex? How do you control your sexual energy if you become attracted to the person? Is that what you're asking? Is that what you're asking? I just need to know if that's what you're asking. I wouldn't know how to answer that, but I keep my friendships as friendships. Really? Okay. Um, I keep my I don't have a personal experience of growing up with the opposite sex and then later becoming attracted to them, but I don't see anything wrong with you being attracted to your childhood friend in a sexual way, right? As an adult, that's a conversation you have with your friend. And if your friend says no, y'all maintain the friendship. If they're with it, then y'all figure out how to navigate through maintaining the friendship and adding the sexual energy into that friendship, right? I don't see anything wrong with it. If you're of age, I don't see anything wrong with it. Why do you need to hold back? I don't know. Only reason why you need to hold back is if you had the conversation and he or she said no, then you would have to hold back. But grown folks, if you want to fucks, and everybody's okay with it, then do whatever you do. I mean, am I oversimplifying it? Am I oversimplifying it? Because I don't know. So, Freestyle Friday. Let me know, Ansel, if I'm oversimplifying it. Freestyle Friday. Some of the thoughts that I had the other day, I went to Costco, right? And I noticed that since living in New Jersey, right, when I first moved to New Jersey, one of the shock factors was everybody just went outside wearing anything they fucking wanted to wear, pajamas, whatever. It didn't matter. They went to the grocery store, they went to the mall, they went here, they went there. And I used to go through this whole regimen. Good morning, Hillbilly. I go through this whole regimen. I used to, as a New Yorker, go through this whole regimen of doing my hair, picking out something to wear, looking nice just to go to the grocery store, just to go to the mall and stuff like that. So the other day, AG and I went to Costco, and I had my yoga clothes on, and I just threw on this sweater. But the sweater was wrinkled as fuck. It was wrinkled. And I said, damn, this is a damn shame. I used to care about how I looked before I went outside. Okay. I go pick up AG. He come outside with some shorts and a wrinkly ass shirt. So I'm cracking up on the inside. When we get to Costco and we get out the car, I said, would you fucking look at us? Would you look at us? My shit is wrinkled. Your shit is wrinkled. We look like two fucking bums going to Costco. Okay? I have realized that I have fallen into the New Jersey way of things. And I just leave my house in whatever the fuck and run to the store. Good morning, Shirley. I run to the store. Good morning, Hillbilly. I run to the store in anything, looking any kind of way. And don't nobody give a fuck. It's like a liberated feeling. Who else just runs outside their house with whatever they got on and goes to the store? Or do y'all still iron your clothes, do your hair? I mean, I brush my teeth and wash my face. Don't get it twisted. But I don't be ironing no clothes and getting dolled up to go to the store no more. If I had to run out to the store right now, I'd run out just like this with some Crocs on. I promise you. It's just amazing how we get older and more free spirited, I'm going to say. More free spirited. So happy Friday, y'all. I'm still trying to watch Sinners. I'm hoping that by this weekend, I'll be able to see the movie Sinners, okay? Because I really want to see what everybody's talking about, and I'm not willing to go to the movies to see it. I know, shame on me, but I'm just not going to do that. Hillbilly said, I give zero fucks. Right, Hillbilly? Right? I just have no fucks in me for that. I don't. Stacy says, so I was talking earlier about your trials and tribulations and things going on in your life. I keep my friends. That's because it does not work out. Oh, we're talking about sexual energy. Okay, so blissfully and hillbilly, Ansel asked the question. The question he asked was, how do you keep your friendship, like you have a childhood friend of the opposite sex that you grew up with, and then as you get older, you become sexually attracted to that person? Do you force yourself not to have the sexual energy, or do you approach the person, your friend that you grew up with, and let them know that you have a sexual attraction to them? My response to that was, grown folks do grown shit. If you grew up together and y'all are of age and you let them know that you sexually attracted to them and it pops off, that's your business. If they turn around and say, no, I want to keep the friendship, then that's where y'all are at. So Stacy's response is, I keep my friends. That's because if it does not work out, what happens to the friendship? That is a good point. That's why communication is key. That's why communication is key. And there is a risk when you get into a relationship with your friend that it can alter the friendship because, depending on why y'all broke up and how y'all broke up might impact the friendship. So I think a lot of people weigh what's more important to them. Is it more important to have the friendship, or is it more important to have the sex? Question you need to ask yourself. Right, hillbilly, great point. Have the conversation and determine if it's a one-off sexual thing that you want to have, or if it's something else. Like, you see this person longevity, you see this person in your life in the future. Those are all things that should come up in a conversation. That's a great point, hillbilly. Bathrobe is a compromise to taking out trash. Listen, I take my trash right down the hallway to the garbage disposal room in my bathrobe. I do. Stacy said the friendship will be altered. Sex changes things. How many people agree with that? Sex changes things. It can alter your friendship. What do you think? Anybody on here have friends, really good friends, that they used to have sexual relationship with? Nobody? Nobody has a friend that they're still friends with that they used to have a sexual relationship with. Or y'all keeping that in the dark? So, Ansel, since you asked the question, is there someone in your life that's your friend that you are sexually attracted to? Oh, Hillbilly said, Hillbilly said, sex only changes things if feelings are caught. Ansel said, it's weird seeing each other in public with someone else. So have you had the discussion with this said person, Ansel? Have you had a conversation with this said person, Ansel? Blissfully Evolving said, if it's a close friendship, both will feel the energy. No words needed, only solutions. Oh, coming from my homegirl, Cheryl Lee. Okay, who's about it. Cheryl Lee said, you both gonna feel that energy, and there's only time for solutions at that point. Stacy said, I never slept with my friends. I cherish my friendships. Okay, but are you friends? Did you develop a friendship with any person that you slept with before? Hey, Deb. Good morning. Happy Friday. Yes, I'm glad you caught it too. I know you guys work 3 and 4 and 15 jobs. Stacy said, so the question on the table, Debbie, today from Ansel is, you have a close friendship, but you feel a sexual energy. Do you keep it non-sexual, or do you communicate to the person that you have a sexual attraction to them? What's more important, the friendship or the need to satisfy your sexual urge? Or maybe you see this person being in a future, having a future with in your life. Do you think those are lines that can be crossed? That's what we're talking about. Good morning, Brandilla. Ansel said, we had the conversation, just wanted to know y'all opinion. So what did she say? You can't just come on here, ask a question, and give us a little bit, okay? Because now we are invested in this, Ansel. So you had the conversation, and you're still seeing her with someone else, which tells me that she values the friendship more than moving forward with anything sexual. I am cool with everyone I slept with. Deep friendships after? No, I have not had that. Okay. Debbie said, keep it non-sexual. Friendship's so important to me. I can't explain it, but I value my friendship so much. And I'm telling you, I'm here to say, I have known Debbie for just a few years. Okay. And I love how she is with her friendships. I do. And I believe, Debbie, I believe you mean that. Like, you keep your friendships because you value them. You keep them at that friendship place. You do not cross that line. I love that. I love that. Keep it non-sexual. So, Ansel, hopefully we answered your question. You didn't answer my question yet, though. When you had the conversation with her, what did she say? I basically can gather what the outcome was since you're seeing them with someone else. Just trying to give Ansel a minute to answer. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to read the positive vibes for today, because today's message is another good message. Yesterday's message was talked about the things that I can live without, knowing when to let go of some shit, knowing when to hold on. Okay. Ansel said, we've been knowing each other since our early 20s. Life happened and it was a needed conversation. I valued the friendship and just got me some of that. Oh, hillbilly. Hillbilly. Hillbilly said they were my friends, but I got some of that coochie anyway. Oh my God. I love the honesty, though. I love the honesty. I do. I really, really do. I love the honesty. So, Cheryl Lee, y'all talk about we miss you, we miss you, we miss you, we miss you. Who's going to Texas on June 21st for Fancy's 3T Entertainment? I'm still trying. Cheryl Lee, are you going to be down there at that time, June 21st, for the 3T event? I'm trying. I mean, I keep looking at the airline tickets. At the same time, trying to be more responsible and have some damn discipline. But I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. Cheryl Lee, are you going to be there around that time? Stacy, I know you live there. And if anyone is still wondering how to get tickets, Go to Fancy's page on IG. I know y'all are following her. Okay. And go to her profile, and the link is there to purchase the tickets. All right. Come on out and toast and thrive and talk. The fuck? I know, Roy, this being responsible BS is for the birds. I want to go back to being irresponsible already. Debbie. Right? Right? Like, I'm trying to be responsible. I am. And I came off of back to back to back trips. And so I'm trying to be responsible, right? Because, I'm doing my best. But I can't promise that responsible is going to be present if I end up in Texas. Because, the reason why Texas is so hard to say no to is because all I got to do is fly there. I don't have to book a hotel. I don't have to do none of that. Okay. And that's why it's so easy. So if you find a cheap flight, you just go. And then you beg for one of the guys to come pick you up from the airport. But if they don't, you just Uber. And it's so simple. And that's why it's hard for me to say no to Texas, because I have such a great time when I come to Texas. I do. I miss being able to walk outside, hang out at the barn. Debbie know what I'm talking about. I hang out at the barn during the day and have my me time. I go walk in the back and look at I-10 while all the cars are driving by. I hang out on the stoop. I watch Tierra Taco Bell, the dogs hang around. I have a great time when I'm in Texas, okay? But I'm going to tell y'all this. I can't wait, because the last time I was in Texas, I had to sleep in the other room with the twin beds. And I'm not saying I was unhappy, because twin beds is comfortable. But baby, I gave up the back room, which is the room I normally sleep in when I go to Debbie's house. I'm not giving it up this time. So if AG decides to come to Texas, guess what? He gonna have his tall, long ass on a twin bed. I said it out loud, and I'm gonna let him know it too. He gonna be on a long twin bed. Debbie, you heard me? So if you hear me and AG fighting up in your house, you know what it's about. I've got it on my schedule and I'm trying to work it out. Definitely going to purchase a ticket regardless. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. I love that. I love that. That's what I'm talking about, support. Support shows up in so many different ways. Like how Johnny jumped on the show yesterday and he literally offered me a ticket to come and see him at the Color Purple. Now, I'm going to tell you, I thought that was so beautiful. He said, I was going to take a ticket for one of my family members and give it to you so that you could come and see the show. And I appreciate that, Johnny. I really wish that I could get up and come back to Maryland. I just left Maryland. And again, I'm trying to be more responsible. Okay. I love the fact that you guys are doing and living out your dreams, right? And I am here to do my best to support in any way that I can. If I can't come to the event, I'll talk about it. I'll refer other people to it. I'll celebrate you, whatever it is. But support comes in different ways. And I have learned over these last couple of years how important it is to have people in your life that are supportive, right? So I appreciate y'all. And I hope y'all motherfuckers appreciate me. I'm just saying. Oh, hell no. The devil must be flying around here somewhere, because Geronimo Grip is on my live. Oh, hell no. Geronimo, I was just in Maryland last weekend. I hate Maryland. I'm moving out of here as soon as I retire. Oh! Except the Alamo, I was disappointed. San Antonio has always been one of my favorite cities. Okay. The devil must be flying the fucks around here. Because, baby, you ain't called me when you was here. Because I was in Bethesda, Maryland, first of all, Geronimo Grip. And I was literally there for 24 hours. I came in on Saturday afternoon by bus. No, Sunday afternoon by bus. I got to Maryland about 2 o'clock. And I got back on the bus at 8 o'clock in the morning and headed back. I came there for a show that didn't happen. And so I was there the month prior as well for the Luther experience in Bethesda, Maryland. And so I know that that's not close to you. I know that's not close to you, but the next time I pass through and I'm going to be there for a while, I'll let you know. I haven't visited Baltimore Harbor in a while. And so I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that. But the next time I'm there, but you know what, motherfuckers? You know what kills me about y'all? Some of y'all, I be getting on a train, plane, automobiles, coming to your cities, right? Visiting your asses and stuff like that. And some of y'all don't even try to come to my city. Now, I said some of y'all because Brandilla and Mika drove her ass here to New Jersey, sitting in traffic for hours. Okay. Debbie and Fancy came here and celebrated on Fancy's 45 in the Hamptons. So I can't say nothing about them. But come on, y'all. Some of y'all got to come to my city, like Geronimo Grip. Like, I've been to Baltimore how many times? And hung with y'all. Okay? I think I've been to Baltimore twice. I hung with y'all. And I went to Baltimore again and I stayed with Brandy. When y'all gonna bring your asses here? I'm just asking. The fuck? You coming soon? Okay, Geronimo, you say that. Bring your ass on. Okay? All right, we're going to get into the positive read of the day. This is when Geronimo Gripper probably run because, you know, he the devil. Okay, you feel the heat coming when he's around. We are in the month. You know I'm going through that damn divorce. Still? You still going through the divorce? Why these divorces take so long? My divorce was so quick. My divorce was over in 3 months. Like, what the fuck? Like, why is the divorce dragging? Right, Debbie? That would only be right. That would only be right. Come spend some time in New Jersey. Come here. The fuck? I got stuff we could do. We could go spend a day at Sojo Spa, sit in the jacuzzis and the saunas and all of that. We could go have something to eat. We could go walk along the water in Edgewater. We got stuff we could do. Come on out here and make a weekend of it in New Jersey. She's running where? Geronimo Grip. How to get a damn divorce easy. Anybody got any advice? How to get a damn divorce easy. I don't even know why I'm talking about this because this is the reason why so many people are like, I ain't never getting married again because there's so many divorces. But I mean, come on. I'm not leaving. At this stage in the game, I'm not leaving. Fuck that. I'm not leaving and you're not leaving. So nobody is getting a divorce. Okay? I might come up Father's Day weekend. Oh, when is that? Since we never know when Father's Day weekend is. Since the men feel like we treat them like shit for Father's Day. When is Father's Day this year? Father's Day. The 8th. Oh, the 15th. So Father's Day is June 15th. You might come up here for Father's Day. Let me know. Yes, Cheryl, you coming to New Jersey too? Oh, shoot. Sure, we could drive to the shore, hang out on the beach and a boardwalk. Well, listen, we could do things. I know it's not as fantastic as Texas, but we could do things in New Jersey. Happy Friday, I am Jacinta. Plan it because I want to see y'all come visit me too. Shirley said, okay, we're talking about how to fucking get a divorce quickly or figure some shit out. Because my man, Geronimo, is still trying to get a divorce. And this has been going on for some time. He talking about she running. Blissfully says sometimes it's cheaper to keep them and make other legal moves rather than going through the legal system. Is that an option for you, Geronimo Grip? Sometimes you don't need to get the official divorce, right? Sometimes you could just make arrangements, remain legally married, and make arrangements and build up other documentation and live separate. Is that an option for you? Hillbilly said June 15th, I'll probably be extracting baby girl and friends from DC. I love it. I just got the lawyer shit costed me $3,800. Hold up. I'm getting ready to get in your business. Y'all got kids together? $3,800. My divorce cost $500. Y'all got kids together? Do you own property together? I'm in your business. That's what it looked like, I am Jacinta. You want a divorce. I understand that. But do y'all have children and property together? Because I'm not understanding why it's costing so much money unless she's just refusing to sign the papers and just, what is she asking for it? Does she have any demands? Does she want something? No kids, and yes, we have a house together, but I don't want shit. Oh. Right, but even though y'all have a house together, how does that work? Is anybody on here could talk about that? Y'all have a house together, but he don't want shit. But if she can't afford to maintain the house, how does that show up in the divorce? You packed up and left? I am Jacinta got a question. We didn't even read the positive thought yet. I am Jacinta. That's a great question. When was the last time y'all had sex? Because it sounds like mixed signals. When was the last time y'all had sex? Great question. Geronimo, answer. Don't be like that. Answer the question, Geronimo. When was the last time y'all had sex? Right. Ask the questions. Listen, between I am Jacinta, okay, and Mo is not on here today. She was on here this week, though. Them two will light y'all ass up with a bunch of questions. I'm here for it. The questions and the motherfucking answers. Okay? Let's ask the questions. Keep them coming. Geronimo says she can have the house, the truck I bought her, and all she have, and all. She has a man living there with her now. Blissfully said, I mean, unless you planning on remarrying or planning a future relationship with someone who wants to marry. In other words, why push for the divorce if you're not planning on remarrying? Well, Shirley, I guess depending on the financial situation, right? If he remains married, right? And he moves forward with purchasing additional properties, making additional investments, she is always going to be entitled to that growth from a financial perspective, I believe. And so I can see why some people would want to move forward with divorce because they want to have a financial freedom from that person. She moved the nigga in 2 weeks after I left. Back in October, we had sex. I left December 5th. Oh. So y'all ain't fucked in 5 months. Oh, more than that. 7 months. Ansel said last weekend. Is her name on the house and the deed? That's another good question. Is her name on the house and the deed? In North Carolina, spouses have to be on the deeds. Other states are different. Yes, her name is on there. Okay, so what's the next question? Her name is on the deed. That's what I'm thinking. I Am Jacinta just wants to close the chapter. And let me tell you something. I don't judge anybody for how they navigate their life. But for me, the decision to divorce was important to me. And when I'm dating, right? If you tell me that you are legally married, I don't care if you are separated, you live in your own place. I don't care about none of that. If you want to continue to date me and you want to take it serious, like even if we don't plan on getting married, if we're just together, okay, I'm going to need you to get that divorce, right? Because I could see me, I come up with scenarios in my head, okay? And I be thinking, what if my man get hit by a car and I go up to the hospital and his legal wife shows up at the hospital? She can have me removed from the hospital facilities because she's legally his wife and I'm just his girlfriend that's cooking and sucking and fucking and doing all the other shit that she not doing, okay? Because he with me. I'ma get into a fight. Security gonna get involved. I'm gonna need commissary. And so to avoid all of the legalities around that person having a say over the person that I'm with, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want it. Okay, I'm gonna need you divorced. That's just me though, because I know me. I'm not a casual sex person, meaning, yes, I've had casual sex, okay? But it's not something that I prefer to indulge in on a regular basis, right? And so if I'm in a sexual relationship with you, 9 times out of 10, I'm trying to build something with you. Okay, and I can't build nothing, whether that build is married or common law or boyfriend and girlfriend. I can't build nothing with you knowing that every time you financially invest in something, even if I invest in it with you as your partner, that your wife might have some say to it. I'm just saying. But Shirley, that's a great point. That's when the legal papers come into play. But a lot of people, Shirley, don't go that route. Okay, that's why when I bought a house with my circle fuck at toe, people were like, why would you buy a house with a man you're not married with? There's a such thing as legal paperwork. You can hire a lawyer and put together legal paperwork. But Shirley, a lot of people don't do that. They be just going on trust of the other person. And guess what? They find themselves hung up in a sling. Geronimo said, I can't move on being married to somebody. I'm not bringing nobody into this foolishness. That I agree with that. I agree with that. Right? Because not everyone is mature enough to be in a situation where they are married legally but operating separately. A lot of people are not mature enough to handle that, okay? But for those that are mature enough to be legally married and handle your business in other ways and not be intimately together, kudos to you. A lot of people are not mature enough to handle that. I Am Jacinta said that's still fresh. October, December is still fresh. I feel like you ain't telling us everything, but hey, what do I know? Oh, we gonna get a story after the divorce? Can you come and tell it on Coffee with Friends? because we want to know the story. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning. So we're on here talking about Geronimo Grip. He's in the middle of getting a divorce. Him and his wife own a house together. Her name is on the deed. He doesn't want the house. He doesn't want anything. He just wants to walk away and get a divorce. She has already moved a man into the house a couple of weeks after he left. They had sex in October. He moved out in December. So they haven't had physical contact for 7 months. Why is the divorce so difficult? So one more question. Why do you think she doesn't want the divorce? That's my question for Geronimo. Why do you think she doesn't want the divorce? Why do you think she doesn't want the divorce? Valerie, are you trying to go to Texas June 21st? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Did I not say, even though you are giving her the house, can she afford it? Did I not say that? Did I not say that? And she loses all benefits, meaning medical health coverage and all that stuff, because you must be covering her. Look what Hillbilly said, and she might lose the house. So there's a financial impact here. That's why she's not rushing to divorce, because once she divorced, then that financial responsibility is going to be on her. Wow. So there's another option. Sell the house. Put the house up for sale and split the profit. How about that? Is that an option? Because, I mean, if I couldn't afford the house, I'm not staying. Well, I'm going to pray for you, Geronimo Grip. And I can't wait until the divorce is final so that you could tell us the details that we're missing, because Iam DeCinta is not satisfied. She's scratching her head and she's saying, there's more to this story that we got to know. Yeah, but if your name is on a deed, how do you get your name off the deed? I don't know. I'm not an expert in divorce. My divorce cost $500. He signed, I signed. We got it notarized. It was presented to the judge. The judge stamped it, and I was divorced. Right, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I said sell it. Cheryl said if both names are on the deed, it would have to be sold, brought out. If kids involved, court will take all that into account. Well, there's no kids involved, right? But this house. Oh, he said he'll sign the house over. She has to be able to financially carry it. I don't know if you could just sign it over, right? Because whose name is on the mortgage? Go to the bank and ask to be taken off the deed. But whose name is on the mortgage? If the house still has a mortgage, somebody's name on it. Both of your names are on the mortgage. So this is how I think that's going to work. You can't just remove yourself off the mortgage, right? She's going to have to apply for financing for the mortgage for herself, right? And if she doesn't get approved, it ain't going to happen. See, this is why when I had my house in Sparta, he was on the bank loan, right? But I was on the deed. Because if something happened, I knew I couldn't afford the house. Well, that's why you are fighting for divorce right now. That's exactly why your divorce is difficult, because she can't afford the house and she's not going to be able to get mortgage backing from a bank. And so therefore your name is still pinned to the house. So the only other option I see is for y'all to put the house up for sale. Is that an option? Her and her new man probably can't afford it. That's ghetto, y'all. I'm not moving no man in my house that can't afford it. Now, that might sound shallow to some people, and I don't really care, but I'm not moving no man in my house knowing that I bought this house with my husband and I can't afford it, and I'm going to move a whole nother man in there that can't afford it. Nah, that's not going to happen. That ain't no way. Right, hillbilly, but he's still on the mortgage. That's the most important part. He still owns the debt. You cannot gift a house that's not yours. The bank still owns it. Unless you tell me that the bank does not own it. But you said both of your names are on the mortgage, which means there's a lien on the house owned by the bank. So you cannot gift something that's not yours yet. Just like if you buy a car and you have a monthly payment, I cannot gift that car to somebody else because Bank of America is going to say, bitch, that's mine. It's not yours until you pay for it. This is a hard one. Oh, it makes it easier to quit the mortgage, but if she can't get approval for financing for the house, then what? Hillbilly, he can't quit the mortgage. This is a tough one, but you got a lawyer, right? It costs you $3,800. Let your lawyer guide you through this. This one sounds a little icky to me. I'm not no professional in this area, but it sounds ugly. It sounds ugly. We don't want that negative energy on here. You know, I often ask myself, would I get married again? I've been legally married once. I got married in 1992. I did. And I was divorced by 2001. And I was always scared to get legally married again. Legally married meaning going to get a marriage license and being on record somewhere, right? And I often ask myself at this stage of my life, would I get married again? And although I hear all these disappointing stories about people getting married and getting divorced at our big old ages, I think I would get married again, right? Because I never had the marital experience that I fantasized about. And I'm not sure that I will. But being asked to be married, you know, for somebody to ask me, and just to have a healthy marriage at this big old age, I want to experience that. And so it's so sad when people come on the show or people call me or I hear through the grapevine that people are breaking up and getting divorced, because I'm like, damn it, y'all messing up my hope and my dreams. You gonna file bankruptcy on that ass? Oh, well, that might be an option. So, Debbie, that's a great question. Who's currently paying the mortgage if she can't afford it? That's a great question. Who is paying the mortgage? He said, then quit making payments and start bankruptcy. Come on, hillbilly. Yes, with the action. Stop running your fucking mouth and just go for the bankruptcy. Geronimo Grip said, I don't know. It ain't me paying it, and I ain't paying shit. I was paying before. I knew the dude was in there. I ain't paying it now. And so stop paying it and file bankruptcy. That's what the fuck you do. Okay? That's what you do. See, somebody on here was going to come up with some good advice. File bankruptcy. You said you will file bankruptcy. Hillbilly said, then just do it. Just fucking do it. You spent $3,800 on a lawyer. You might as well put out another couple of bucks, $1,000 or whatever, for a lawyer to file your bankruptcy paperwork. You just might as well go ahead and do that now. Damn. Well, I'm going to go ahead because it's 10:12. I'm going to go ahead and read the positive word for the day because some of y'all motherfuckers need it. Okay, we are in May. That is the month of acceptance. Some of us need to accept our situations, accept who we are. And when we find out that we need to fix some shit, fix it. Fix it. So today is May 2nd. Okay? And it says, I am now receptive to the idea. And this is a great message based on what we're talking about today. I can't wait to tell this exclusive story, and I can't wait to hear it. Do I gotta wait until the divorce, though? Can you inbox me? Can you call me on the phone? Can you just fucking tell me? I mean, damn, Geronimo, we good. You know we talk. Tell me the shit. It says, I am now receptive to the idea that when I get there, everyone will not be there. Baby, let me read this again. When I get there, everyone will not be there. Sad story, but true. If you really want to live your life to the fullest, and look, if you look close to my book, you see where I got pen marks, because I highlight shit in the book that speak to me. If you really want to live your life to the fullest and realize your greatest potential, you must be willing to run the risk of making some people mad. Oh, they will get mad. Whenever you move beyond someone's opinion of you, they get upset because you thought more of yourself than they thought of you. You thought more of yourself than they thought of you. If you want to know how much you can do, how far you can reach, how much you can stretch, you must be willing to leave some people behind. You must be willing to do more, be more, have more than those in your present company. This does not mean you should compare yourself to them, nor does it mean you are showing off. Oh no, it means you must be willing to step out on your own. Try life for yourself and claim your divine inheritance without guilt. Being able to walk away, being able to release people from your life, thinking more of yourself than they thought of you. Try life on yourself. Claim your divine inheritance without guilt. So many people hold on to guilt when they need to walk away. But this says, when I get there, everyone will not be there. And that's okay. If you really want to know who you are and what you are capable of achieving, you must be willing to live without the opinions of other people. Be able to live without the opinions of other people. Do you know how many people imprison themselves because they care more about what other people think about them over what you think about yourself? That used to be me. I used to care. Now I give zero fucks what you think about me as long as I'm comfortable with who I am. That means you don't ask for opinions. And when they are offered, you need not accept them. In order to find your identity, your authenticity, and your true sense of wholeness, you must develop your individuality from the wealth of information that comes from within you. Are you listening to yourself? Are you appeasing yourself? Are you happy with yourself? See, you can tell when a person is happy with who they are because they move through life without opinions. They move through life honestly. They move through life carefree. They move through life without guilt. See, people that have something to hide, people that are always worried about what other people think about them, they are self-imprisoned. They have not found their true authenticity. In order to find your identity, your authenticity, and a true sense of wholeness, you must develop your individuality from the wealth of information that comes within you. It was important for me to read that again. Of course, others around you can give you effective feedback because that's what people do. But you need not make it your gospel. People may not like what you do. People may not like how you do it. I had many years, especially when it came to my son. Oh my God. A lot of people hated the way I navigated my motherhood. But guess what? I didn't give a fuck. I did what made me feel peace. I did what I could sleep with at night. I was authentic. People may not like what you do. People may not like how you do it. But these people are not living your life. Oh my God. This is the message of you don't live in my motherfucking shoes. But people are quick to tell you how you should walk. But you're not walking in my shoes. You are the one living your life. You are the one walking in your shoes. Until you are willing to live beyond the opinions of other people and without the company of other people, because that's the other part. You got to be okay with them not being present in your company. You will have no idea of what your life is all about. See, that's why I could wake up and navigate through my life the way I do, because I know my life. And I don't care about people's opinions of my life, okay? Because when I did care, it didn't help me. It didn't matter. All it did was stress me. All it did was have me not living an authentic life. It had me focusing on how other people thought I should navigate. And what that also did to me was it had me keeping secrets because I didn't want to share a lot about what was going on in my life. Because I knew it was going to come with opinions. I knew it was going to come with judgments. I knew it was going to come with side eye. I was trapped. And when I decided one day that zero fucks was present, I opened up the door. I felt the breeze on the outside hit my face, and I started living life carefree because I realized that their opinions and their judgment didn't matter. What mattered was being authentic and living my life for me. You will have no idea what your life is like until you free yourself. Until today, you may have been holding on to others' opinions about you and doing your best to keep people with you and on your side. See, for me, living my life authentically, when I look to my left and when I look to my right, and I see the people that are standing next to me, those are my people. Because I'm living my life authentically. They see my life and they're still standing there. I don't have to appease them to keep them by my side. I don't have to live my life the way that they think I should live my life to keep them by my side. See, when you are living your life to keep people by your side, you're not living authentic. Just for today, take a risk. Tell somebody, tell somebody, tell somebody what you really want for your life. Tell someone you do not agree with their opinion of you. It's okay to agree to disagree. Then jump into the center of your own life and get comfortable being there. Baby, I'm comfortable. I'm so comfortable. I'm comfortable. Today, I am devoted to living my life without guilt based on my own opinions. When you gonna start? When you gonna start? See, I started. When I entered my healing journey about 4 or 5 years ago, I started. And my world looks different. I've said it a million times on here. The people that stand by me were not the same people that stood by me when I wasn't living authentic. When I started putting myself first, my needs first, and listening to my own opinions about my life, the people standing beside me changed. And I didn't realize until these recent years how important it is, how important it makes me feel that these people are there no matter what's happening in my life. They listen, they don't judge. We talk, we have conversations, no rash opinions. They don't abandon me if I don't agree with them. They don't make it awkward. They know I live my life authentically. And I got crazy ass friends. And one of the things I'll tell them, I'll call out if I think something is wrong. But the other thing I'll say to them is, even though I feel it's wrong, I'm still your friend. I'm going to rock with you. We here. We in it forever. And we can agree to disagree. It's so freeing living your life for you. Isn't it, I am Jacinta? It is. And without guilt. Don't forget that part. And without guilt. Stacy said, decisions in my life are mine and mine alone. I can hear you, but bottom line is mine. Yes. We just spoke about that. My child, my cross to bear. Child. We all have our crosses to bear. 50 feet from your couch is an entire world. And it is. Good morning, Johnny Leon Hill. And it is. So if you are that person still living your life based on other people's opinions, you are imprisoning yourself. You are imprisoning yourself. So that's the message for today, y'all. I'm telling you, May is the month of acceptance. We have to really authentically look at our lives and figure out, are we living our lives for ourselves or are we living our lives for other people? So many people walk around and they say they're unhappy. They say this, they say that. Are you unhappy because you are living under the guise of other people's opinions? Or are you living authentically for yourself? I didn't understand it. But people told me when I got in my 50s, I would get there. I've arrived. I live for myself and my happiness. And that rolls over to the happiness of my significant other and my children and my child and my grandchildren and family members that I fuck with. Free yourself. Fuck what other people think. This is why so many people are stuck in marriages, because they care about what other people think. This is why so many people are broke, because they're wearing shit because they want to fit into a certain category. Right? Live your life authentically. Debbie and Fancy and I was having a conversation in our text messages about what is truly wrong versus right. And we were stumbling over this question. Right? We even talked about the Bible. We talked about a couple of things. What is wrong and what is right? And all of us really came to the summation in different wording that what is right and what is wrong is based on you. What makes you happy? Good morning, Si. What makes you happy? See, we get stuck in a society where people fight over what they think is right versus what they think is wrong. What's right and wrong for me is based on my fucking opinion of myself and my life. Can't nobody come in and tell me what the fuck is wrong versus what's right. Because we all are not moving the same. We're all not making the same decisions. And we're not all living the same experiences. So if you are the one that's very opinionated, be cautious how your opinion comes across to your friends and to your loved ones. Okay, because they are just opinions. But you will never be in the situation, living the situation as that person is living the situation. You will not be there to navigate through their life 24/7. So people need to start focusing on living their life authentically and doing what makes you feel happy. And stop worrying about this magic word we use about society said this and society said that. Who the fuck is society? I'm society. I'm a part of society, which means that if I fucking do things this way, I am a part of society. So who is this invisible society that people try to hold your standards against and give you opinions based on? Not living authentic could have you lying, hiding. I remember I used to lie and hide a lot of shit out of embarrassment. My son locked up. My man cheated on me. I used to hide shit because of people's opinions. Now I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't. Because what could somebody say to me about my life that I'm living? Nothing. Blissfully said, I have had friends that I stopped fucking with until they genuinely checked themselves because I refuse to stand with them and watch them destroy themselves and their loved ones. Sometimes you got to walk away. Sometimes you got to walk away. And one of the things about me is it was hard for me to walk away from some people in my life. It was. until I walked away and it wasn't hard anymore. You know, when I started Coffee with Friends, I remember my ex used to be like, "You be on there telling your business. Aren't you embarrassed?" Why? Why would I be embarrassed? Oh, you on there talk about your son went to jail and this happened and your cousins touched you when you were little. Aren't you embarrassed? No. Because what opinions of other people, how is that going to affect my life? It's still my life. It's still my truth. Whether I say it out loud or keep it to myself, these are things that has happened in my life. Not living your life will have you lying and hiding if you're not living authentically. You know, I had a friend. We're no longer friends, but I had a friend whose husband used to physically and emotionally abuse them. And they used to sleep on my couch from time to time, run to my house when they had an argument or some shit going on, her and her kids. And she moved out, got a whole apartment. Talk about she leaving her man, she's divorcing him, and all this stuff, right? And then her husband used to call me on the phone and talk to me for hours, crying boo-hoo how he wanted his wife back. And I'm like, listen. She's my friend. I let her stay here. I don't know, right? Then, you know, I know she said she was going to have a conversation with him. When she went and had that conversation with him, then all of a sudden she ghosted me. And I was like, why is she acting like that? Why is she not taking my phone calls? Why is she not hanging out no more? Why is she, you know, what's going on? I found out that she gave up her apartment, moved back in with her husband, okay? And cut everybody basically off that she was talking to and communicating with when she was in the middle of divorcing and separating and all that. She cut everybody off. And you know why? Guilt. She was embarrassed. She didn't want to hear nobody's opinion of her going back with her husband. And see, for me, I don't give a fuck if you go back to your husband. I was the bitch that went back to somebody 80, 11 times. So how dare me judge you for going back to your husband? I might have said, oh, is that a good idea? But because she was not living her life authentically and she was not comfortable with her own decisions and own opinions, she hid the shit. She kept it a secret. And she ghosted her friends so that she didn't have to say, I'm back with my husband. Fear of other people's opinions will have you fucking trapped. And it will ruin friendships. Because you ain't had to lie to me. Because I don't give a fuck. I'm your friend. I'm going to support you either way. But obviously, you didn't think I was that friend. And it wasn't anything personal on me. It was her own guilt. Because you're not living your life authentic. You have to hide. I ain't hiding shit. That was a part of my healing journey. I am me. This is I am Jacinta. I am trying to find that same place with motherhood because it literally has me in a chokehold. I'm trying to do me, but my goodness is brutal. You will find it, I am Jacinta. You will find it when you are tired of other people's opinions and stuff like that. You will shut it down and you be like, fuck you. Fuck you. I told y'all when I went to that barbecue last summer at Donovan and Damara's house, and Damara's father came outside and saw my son, he shed tears. And he said to my son, you are the son that put your mother through all of that? You are the son that had your mother fighting everybody right now, that's almost everybody that's in this backyard, when they told her to turn her back on you and stopped doing all of this for you, and she stood there against everybody and said, fuck you, I'ma do what I want to do. He was like amazed. He said, and look at you today. He was proud. He was happy. Those were happy tears because that man, Damara's father, saw what I was going through, and I was standing on an island by myself, surrounded by a bunch of friends, because guess what? They were not in that situation. They did not have teenage kids that was getting locked up, that was in the street. They didn't have that. So it was easy for them to say, put him out. Do this, don't do that, don't do this. But my motherly instinct was like, fuck you. And I lived it out loud. I lived it out loud. That's when I started living it out loud. Because before that, when I was hiding and lying, I ended up on Zoloft. I ended up on antidepressants because I'm hiding and I'm lying about my situation. It wasn't until I took myself off of Zoloft and said, fuck this. I'm not going to be on no pill because I'm dealing with all of this guilt. I start living my life out loud. No more Zoloft. No more nothing. Because I realized that I wasn't depressed because my son was locked up. I wasn't. I was sad. But that wasn't what caused my depression. I thought it did. What caused my depression was the stress of other people's opinions. Live your life authentically. Free yourself. Valerie said yes, because people will guilt you out, and meanwhile, they doing what they want to do. I promise you they are. I promise you they are. And if you pay attention to your friend circle, you can tell who lives authentically and who doesn't. The ones who are not living authentically are hiding and lying about stuff to their friends. You call me your friend, you ain't got to lie to me. You ain't got to hide from me. I am destined to say giving birth has opened up a lot of self-reflection. So I am getting back to the help with what I think on my motherhood journey. I love it. Hillbilly said, I thought of Zen the other day. So sending him best wishes along with thoughts. Yes. Thank you for that. All right. Stacy said, I owe no explanations to anyone about anything. Share what I want. And if I choose not to, boom, I don't have to. And you don't. And you don't. This is a Friday message for your ass. It is. And I'm going to tell you one other thing. I don't fuck with unauthentic people. I fuck with crazy people because my friends are crazy. But I don't fuck with unauthentic people. Once I see you moving funny, hiding and shit, I don't want no part of it. That's my choice. That's a part of me living my life authentically. I know that about myself. And so I separate myself from situations like that because that's not a friendship. No. And I'm too busy just to be hanging out with people just because, right? So I surround myself with people that I know really fucking rock with me. That's it. And if I see you hiding shit and lying to me and moving funny, I don't want it. Thank you, Stacy. Enjoy your nail day, your spa day. All right. Sai said, here's the thing. I am just like you, but we also need to acknowledge the strength required to go to a place of not giving a fuck. Oh, yes. I mentioned earlier, I didn't just wake up not giving a fuck. I went through Zoloft. I went through depression. I went through a lot of snot nose crying, and I had to do some self work. See, a lot of people run around talking about I'm working on myself, but they ain't. I did some hard work on myself. I start saying shit out loud about who I see in me. And when I realized I didn't like it, I fucking made a change. I gradually got to zero gives a fuck. I didn't wake up here. Right? But you got to take accountability for how you are moving. Acknowledge that and then truly work on yourself. Like I see people that I know post stuff all day, all the time about, oh, I'm not putting up with this and I'm not putting up with that. And if I know you, I might comment and go, okay, but you got to live that life too. Words are just fucking words. You got to live that life too. So that's the message for today, Freestyle Friday. I hope y'all take this shit in, okay? Let it marinate. Good morning, Drene. Good morning. Let the shit marinate, okay? Because this is a message for your ass. So for all of those that are navigating your life based on other people's opinion, free yourself. Do the work on yourself. Don't just say I'm working on myself. Really fucking work on yourself. And free yourself and move towards living more authentically in your life. I got some funny friends. I do. I'm laughing at one in my head right now because she is so fucking honest about her life. And sometimes it baffles me. And I be like, what? And we laugh about it. But what I love about this person, and the thing is this person I just met maybe a year ago. So I'm not talking about Maria, because I've known Maria now 4 years. But I've met this person maybe a year or two ago, and I love them. They just say shit, and I be like, you do that for real? And they be like, yep, and I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, you know what? I respect that shit because you don't give a fuck whether I like it or not. You're just being honest, and this is what the fuck you do, and that's it. You're not looking for my opinion. You're not looking for me to agree or disagree. You're just being yourself authentically, and I love that. All right, so I'm just saying, I'm putting out a challenge for y'all asses. Start living your life authentically. Stop living by the opinions of others. And if you find yourself hiding and lying to your friends about your life and about things that's going on, are those your friends? Are you living authentically? Something to ponder on. But for now, I'm going to leave y'all with the message on the way out to say, even when you feel low, you can still go. You know what I say? Always move with peace and love. Your trials and tribulations are your lessons and your blessings, right? How you navigate through those trials and tribulations speaks volumes about who you are as a person. Live your life authentically. Stop hiding and lying. Okay? You will find out that the opinions of others doesn't matter. It's just words in the air. As long as you are happy with who you are, that's all that should matter. And with that, y'all, I'm going to send y'all out because y'all get the whole song today.
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
And you can.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
And I don't. I'm hard-headed as fuck. This is Coffee with Friends, and I am Roar to D-Bone. Come back Monday, y'all. Move safe. Get this message on the way out. Peace and love.
Go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit.
Yes, I hide and lying. A whole word.
It's a nice range, 'cause I'm trying to climb my everything.
Hey.
Bitch, now I'm coming.
What?
Gotta keep the switch and you can go another
Thumbs
day.
up, y'all. Give me the thumbs up on your way out.
Mine's got the ingredients.
Better see with the negativity.
But I just low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran, sitting on me, I still go. Go, go.
Hey!
Go, 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 go.
You can still go, and you can. I'm a testament to that. Huh? What? You got a mind? You got a mind.
But even that can change.
You can flip the gray matter.
Make some better in your brain.
What?
That's why I say,
fake it till you make it, eh?
And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad
for the good.
Take the worst thoughts and turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts and put them on display on repeat.
Don't slow yourself down.
Never slow yourself down.
You can do some more.
Push past all the pain and you find it all.
Huh?
Turn it up and finally explore everything that you buy. You can never do before.
And you can.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answered a no, man, I still go.
And you can. Peace and love, y'all. I'm Raw to the Bone. Come back Monday, y'all. Share the video. All right, if you love the message, share the video and give me the thumbs up. Hey. Huh?